It scares the shit out of me. It should probably scare the shit out of you as well. But I didn't know about this. I did end up finding some news articles that kind of had the same vibe as what I was going with here, what I'm talking about. These were all from a year ago. So there was a news cycle. I guess no one really cared that much. There wasn't much follow-up. It's kind of crazy that when things happen in the news, if it's something like this that is like extremely bad, it seems like there's never any conclusion. Maybe it's because we just have no solutions and there's bigger to worry about than stuff like this. This is beyond my comprehension of nature. I don't like it. This makes me not want to go outside ever again.
We are back 7:39 this morning on In Depth Today. New health alert is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, the CDC sounding the alarm over a tick-borne illness that's spreading across the country, and it leads people to develop an allergy to red meat.
Yeah, it's believed to have affected nearly 500,000 Americans so far, but new studies show nearly half of doctors don't know about it.
Jesus.
They don't know how to diagnose it or to treat it. Joining us now is Dr. Tara Narula. She's a cardiologist at Lenox Hill Hospital, Northwell Health. Dr. Narula, good to see you. So, first of all, this is very bizarre. When you think about it, you get a tick bite and then you have an allergy to meat. So draw the connection there.
Yeah, who knew? Perfect story right before we're all about to grill over the weekend, right?
So just a little bit of context here. So there's a tick out there that whenever you get bitten by it, you can't eat meat for the rest of your life. All meat from mammals, you can't have. You can't eat it anymore, which is absolutely insane to me. You can't have anything with gelatin either because that's from mammals. It's like everything that mammals feed us.
Alpha-gal, because that is the sugar that is found in many meats, cows, pigs, but not in humans. So what happens is the tick carries this alpha-gal in its saliva, either because it produces it or it bites wild animals. Then it bites you, injects the saliva into you. Ew. You think it's something foreign because you don't carry that, and you make antibodies. Then 1, 2, 3 months later, you sit down to have your burger or your piece of red meat, and your body sounds the alarm because it's seeing the sugar again, and you mount a full-blown
Do you know how impossible that would be to be able to detect? You wouldn't be able to.
response.
So what would the symptoms be if you're allergic to red meat?
So some of the symptoms can be GI upset, gastrointestinal upset, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, headache, but it can also be full-blown anaphylaxis, itching, hives. But the interesting thing, Savannah, is that with most food allergies, the allergy happens about 15 to 20 minutes after you eat something. So it's very easy to make that connection. With this allergy, it can happen 2 to 10, 11 hours later. So imagine, how would you connect the dots if you wake up in the middle of the night? You're not going to think it's because of something I ate at dinner. So it can definitely.
What she was saying there was you can essentially go 6 to 8 hours, I think she just said, without any symptoms at all after you eat the meat. So what that means is after you eat the meat, you have 8 hours from there until you start actually experiencing some symptoms, which you aren't going to be able to figure out that the dinner that you eat at night is making you sick. You don't think of that.
Definitely fly under the radar, both for doctors and for people. And that's why this is so important, because there is a blood test that can pick it up. You can detect the antibodies. And while there's no cure or treatment, if you recognize it and you stop eating red meat, the allergy can potentially wane over time as long as you avoid tick bites again. Important. And this tick is the Lone Star tick, which we were just talking doesn't actually carry Lyme. But you're going to use the same measures, which is really avoiding those tall grasses, wearing long shirts and pants, tucking them in, using insect repellent that's EPA recommended, permethrin-treated clothing. When you come in, you want to shower. You want to do tick checks. Check your kids also and look in those difficult places, the belly buttons, behind the.
It just makes me never want to go outside again. I've ran around the woods before. None of that.
In the ears, by your hairline. You can tumble dry your clothes in high heat. That will also do it. And this is another interesting thing. If you find a tick, you want to pull it out, the full thing with tweezers. And there's actually a website the University of Rhode Island has called Tick Spotter, where you can take a picture.
Tick Spotter?
Yeah, upload your tick, and within 24 to 36 hours, you'll be told what kind of tick it is and what you should do.
I hope she shows the map. Okay, yeah. So this map that she just pulled up here, actually, let me get that pulled back up for you. Okay, so this map, okay, so this map right here is where the tick kind of lives at. There is another map that I'm probably going to show you in a little bit that shows the counties where this tick has been reported.
But with warmer climates, we're seeing it as far north as Maine and the West. And you recognize it with a little star, a white star on
I was reading something that was mentioning something about that climate change probably has a lot to do with it being able to move farther north because it's getting a lot warmer. That area is getting a lot warmer now, so then we're going to be seeing a lot more of this tick in the future, which is great. That's awesome.
On the back of the female tick. That's why it's called Lone Star.
White Star.
Very cute.
Wow.
Really? I thought it was for the text.
Me
All right, and yeah, I proof watched this. I'm pretty sure they just fucking giggle about it and never talk about it again. There's this one down here. If you want to go actually watch this, you could probably find it. This one's really short. It's clinic minute, so it's only like 60 seconds long. We're gonna watch it.
Alpha-gal is a short abbreviation for galactose alpha-1,3-galactose. It's a sugar moiety that is found on non-primate mammalian meats.
Meats like beef, pork, lamb, and venison.
People that have alpha-gal syndrome after getting a tick bite develop an allergy to meat. And specifically, it's all mammalian meat except for primate meat.
Meaning poultry,
Wait.
fish, and seafood are excluded. In the
Except for primate meat? Does that mean we're going to be eating each other? And that be okay?
U.S., you can mostly blame the Lone Star tick.
The Lone Star tick is named as such because it has a white
This isn't the only tick that can carry this syndrome, this molecule. I guess it's a sugar molecule. I should have been paying better attention during the video we just watched. It's not the only one that can do this to you. So this came out in, my bad. I just completely closed that tab I had out. Okay, so that article that I had pulled up, it was from, I want to say March 2023, I want to say it. That article was saying that there's another tick. I forget the name of what the tick was. I could probably find it real quick. Yeah, right here. It's called the black leg tick.
yellow dot on its back on the female, which is said to look like a lone star.
Symptoms can start 2 to 4 hours after eating meat with alpha-gal sugars.
It could be mild, such as hives, swelling around their mouth, but it could also be quite severe.
Dr. Pritt stresses that the best prevention is avoiding ticks altogether. For the Mayo Clinic News Network,
That's
I'm
nice.
Joel Streed.
Just in case you didn't catch that there, they told us to just avoid ticks altogether. So if you do that, I guess you're going to be fine. That's crazy. So I guess you can still eat seafood. You can still eat birds also, like chicken. Chicken's still on the table. And also fish. Any fish you can have still because it's not a mammal. So basically just anything that's a mammal, which is really, really strange. I don't like this. I don't like anything about that. One thing that I would really like to see is a little bit less money towards killing people and maybe a little bit more towards killing these fucking ticks. Jesus Christ, I fucking hate them. Get them out of here.